The Real Show is brought to you by UCS Facility Management Limited, Omni Basic Bank, and Dewdrop Hand Sanitizer.
Welcome back to The Real Show, and we are just about to start the second segment, and I have an amazing actress in the studios. But let's have a look at her profile, and then we'll be back to see her in person. All right, welcome, darling. How are you feeling, Bliss?
I'm nervous because I'm in front of you.
Don't be, my dear, because we are on The Real Show, and over here everything is real. So how does it feel being an actress?
It feels good. It feels good living your dream, you know, being yourself, doing what you love, you know. So it feels good. I feel great.
How did you become an actress?
It's a childhood dream. I've always knew what I wanted as a child. I've always known what I wanted to do. So as a child, I was acting at church.
Nice.
You know, then I took it to the primary school, JSS, SHS, and I'm here.
Well, no, still. How did you get a casting call? You know, people don't believe that when you see a casting call and then you just attend, you could easily be picked. They think you always have to know someone.
I have to go to a lot of auditions. I was rejected because of my skin tone then.
Really?
Yes, because I was so flat then. I was so flat, but I was talented. People believed in me. But because people were telling me to tone my skin a bit, look a bit like caramel. They say something like caramel, you know, you're too dark, you're this, you're that. I even have makeup artists on set telling me that I'm too dark. I should tone up, do something.
We still have an issue of color.
Yeah.
In
just
the movie
like
industry.
Last year, 2021. Yeah. So.
But hey, you persevered and you are an actress and
Regardless.
you're amazing. So if you're watching and you're dark, please love your beautiful melanin, because there are people out there that understand your talent and will cherish you for who you are. Because why would you want to blend in and be fair like everybody else if everybody's trying to be fair?
Of course.
Doesn't make sense. You can stand out, right? And you do stand out, honey. And
Thanks,
I love your skin. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, let's look at acting from your childhood dream. How did your family take it? You know, in this part of the world, doing things that is very, very formal and in the educational sector,
Go to
like being a
school,
doctor, a lawyer, is what
get
we
money,
all
get married.
exactly. Those are the things we encourage. The moment you show interest in getting into media, your parents, your friends, family, and everybody around you feels you're not taking something serious. How did you handle that?
Okay, so I grew up with my mom alone with my 4 sisters. We're actually 5 girls. And my mom is someone who always believes in us. Just do what you want, do what makes you happy. But one thing she always wanted me to be is a journalist, because it's a dream she never accomplished. So I actually went to junior ID for her. But she understood the fact that I had a dream, I wanted to pursue it, and she was in support of it since I was a child. She always, no, go for it. And I have been doing this and I loved it.
Great. What was your first movie?
Why do you remember? It's like 9-10 years now, I don't even remember.
Oh, wow, that's a long time.
It was a series, it never came out. I'm sure most of the actors have this experience.
Yeah.
It never came out.
Yes, you do a couple of underground jobs and it's like, where did this job ever go to? You know, how come they never showed it and all of that? But let's talk back let's go back to the colorism, okay? How do you think we can let people feel okay in their skin and still feel safe to get into media?
I think you just had to love yourself. You just had to take charge of your life. At first, I used to feel bad about my complexion because everybody was just bashing me. You're too dark, you're this, you're that, you're ugly, you know. Oh. And it's funny. My life changed when I met one old woman. I have never seen her again. I was walking when she said, "Hey, Miraba, that statement changed my life. That statement changed my life. Ever since then, I decided to just love myself, just accept you, just be you, regardless. Nobody's like, there are over 7 billion people in this world, and there's nobody like you. Nobody has your DNA, your thumbprint, nothing. It's just you. You're unique. When would you live your authentic self? Is it when you're dying? Live. Just be you. Love yourself.
So it's
Just
all
embrace
about
it.
just embracing
Self-love.
who you are.
Yeah.
Great. Now let's look at the fact that whenever it comes to casting, it looks as if the best roles are given to already known faces. You know, when we compare the Ghanaian movie industry to, let's say, Hollywood,
Yeah.
we see a lot of new faces,
Yeah.
even in big and new projects. Okay, even though we
Yeah.
may still see some familiar faces,
Exactly.
they do not mind bringing somebody we've not really had an encounter with. Let's look at Wakanda, for instance. We had a lot of new faces
A
in
lot,
Wakanda,
a lot.
but we grew to love them because they embraced their characters, they played their roles perfectly. We loved the movie, and it was a very big project.
Yeah.
Why do you think we face that issue in Ghana? Why is it that it's always going to have to be the Jackies, the Yvonnes, the Nadias, the
Why you put them in a
Majids,
tight corner?
Exactly. No, what do you think it is with your experience?
I think as much as movie is business, the directors are more business minded than
Okay.
trying to build an industry.
Okay.
Some of them, let me take out my words. Some of them are interested in just making the money. And see, movie is a passion. Acting is a passion. It's a fraternity. It's a ministry that you have to be passionate about to be part. So it's not always about the money, but there are people that for them it's always about the money. They don't care how talented you are. They don't care how good you are, how good you can execute that role.
Yeah.
They're just interested in the faces that could sell their film. That's what they assume. But it's funny how the Ghanaian population is actually tired, quote and unquote, of the old faces. They want new things.
Yeah.
Yet they keep saying that I want to sell my film, so why would I put you there and all that? And like you said something earlier that why are the good roles given to? I think every role is unique.
Okay.
Because without you, that work apart passing, the
Yes.
movie wouldn't be complete.
Yes. Yes.
So as an actor, I don't want any actor out there to feel that there's a good role, there's a bad role. It might be bad depending on the script,
Yeah.
but any role they give you,
It's a good role.
kill it.
That's true, because there are some series or even projects we've seen that sometimes it's just the person that's barely even saying a word that you remember. You just
Exactly.
love the facial expression.
And that's
so
it.
It's about taking charge of whatever role you're given and making
Yeah.
sure that you make it exceptional.
Exactly.
That you be remembered.
Always leave a mark.
Exactly.
Always leave a mark. Even if you're just passing, leave a mark. Make sure you are always in their mind.
Yes.
That's it.
But would you also attribute this issue to the fact that when we are telling stories or we are casting according to the stories, we don't put, as maybe casting directors or whatever, we don't put ourselves into the character to try and, you know, look at the people casting for that character to see who actually embodies it the best?
I think the problem is that one person does the whole job.
Okay.
The writer is the director, is the producer, is the editor of the film. And he wants to do a more like family thing. So I know you.
Yeah. That
So
makes
I
a lot
want
of
you, because
sense.
you're my friend, you're an actor, I'm a director, I'm the producer, I'm doing this film. I want you to be on that show. I want you to be on the film. That is the problem. We are now getting used to the whole casting world
Yeah.
with the, thank God for Casting Africa
Yeah.
and Malco Casting. They're doing an amazing job.
Okay.
They're doing an amazing job. So I think things are changing. Things are changing. The industry is changing, and I love the stage in which the industry is in right now. It's evolving in a beautiful way, and I can't wait to see what the industry will be in 10 years from now.
Now, you're an amazing person. It's obviously that you're beautiful inside out.
Thank
I love
you.
your energy and everything. But how do you do it alongside great actors like Rosling and Giza and the rest? How do you feel?
Okay, I remember before I got into the scene, I was still acting, but I was playing extras and all that. I'd met Rosalind once at a premiere of hers. I just went there because I loved her. I've heard so much about her.
She's an amazing actress,
You
I
won't meet
must say.
anybody who says anything bad about Rosalind Giza. Anybody who says that like is a suspect to me, in my opinion.
And we shall find him.
Yes, in my opinion, because I haven't seen any upcomer, like any new actor or any actor who has said anything bad about that woman.
Yes.
She's amazing. She has a beautiful heart.
Yes.
So I remember she said something when she was trying to advise her. She said that reason why most young actors don't actually get roles are because when they see them, they get nervous and they shrink back into their shells and they don't perform. But sometimes they are also scared of us because they don't know what we can do. Because actually we have seen what they can do, but they don't know what we can do. So they're actually scared. I think that was in 2016, and that shaped my perception. So I was eager to work with her. When I met her on set, it was beautiful.
Wow, that's so inspiring.
Yeah.
Well, if you're watching and you're an aspiring actress, please do know that in some ways you're actually having an upper hand, because you've been watching the legendary actors do it over the years. You are learning, you're watching, you're practicing at home, and then you show up and then you're like, who is this person?
Exactly.
So go in there and blow their minds. Do not shy away from casting at all, because she picked an advice from Rosalind Ngesa, who said, if you are an upcoming actress, don't shrink when you see legendary stars on set with you. Rather be inspired, you know, and be reminded that as you kill the role, you could be like them and be motivated to keep going. I'm actually smiling while saying this. This is amazing. This is amazing. And how many movies have you been into? What do you think we can do better in the movie industry?
I've been in a couple of movies, but for now, I'll just talk about Inside Out. Illusion, I did with Venus for Iroko, then Famous for Venus. With Venus for Iroko, and Road to My Father's Compound. That is being premiered this month, 11th. I'm so excited.
Oh, that's on 11th of February?
Yeah.
Wow. So then we have two premieres we have to attend, 11th and 12th.
Yeah.
Okay. And
so,
that is what?
Road to My Father's Compound.
Do you know where it's being premiered?
It's still at the Snap Cinema.
Okay.
It's 6, 8, and 10.
Beautiful. How much is there?
It's 40 cedis for a ticket.
Nice. Beautiful. You do not have a choice. I'm giving you two places to be, 11th and 12th. You can actually go for both, because why not? These are two amazing projects, and I'm going to make sure that I'll be present on the 11th and on the 12th. So see you on the red carpet. Come, let's vibe and chill and relax. The movie will be showing 6, 8, and 10.
Yep.
And it's just 40 Ghana cedis. What is your excuse? A cool way to treat your partner without breaking the bank, huh? It's Valentine. Go show some love. And who are your role models in the industry? Who do you look up to? Do you think it's even necessary to have somebody like that?
Yeah, you have to. You have to have people, because everybody has somewhere they're going. And there are people who are already there. So definitely, whether you like it or not, you will look up to them because you want to either be like them or be more than them. Okay. And at first, I didn't have role models in Ghana. Let me be honest. When I say this, most people are offended and they feel I'm trying to show off. No, I'm not trying to show off. Like, in my humble opinion, I don't have role models here, but now I do. And I think role models are based on maybe character. Rosalind is an amazing role model because of her character. Pascal Amman, for my father, is a role model.
Oh, an amazing soul.
Because of something I adore about him. Amake Abebrese, I love her for her simplicity and her talent. She's a beautiful person. Beverly Afaglo is a sweet person. So these are people I actually look up to. Shirley Frimpong, so I want to direct someday as a woman in the industry. That's my contributions to the Ghanaian movie industry. So yes, I'm looking up to her. She's an amazing work ethic. Layla Jansen, amazing woman. But aside that, I have great people outside like Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer, Viola Davis, Kerry Washington.
Such a strong character.
Denzel, you know, Daniel Kaluuya, Lupita Nyong'o. These are people I look up to because I want to get somewhere someday.
And when you say you look up to them, like often people say, oh, I look up to this person, and then somebody says, okay, the way you're great at acting and you look up to that person, let me go check the person out, and they don't know what to look out for. What would you say you look out for in a role model as an actress that helps mold yourself to becoming what you want to be?
Like I said earlier, when I look at Rosalind, it's her heart for me. So that's one thing I'm picking from her as a role model.
So it's not just about their jobs.
No,
thank you.
No, for Lupita, it's about her skin. Taraji, she's an amazing dramatic
personality.
woman. Yes, his personality is fire. So that's it. So each of those people, I pick something from them. It's not their whole career, their whole life. No, I love Cardi B. Like, I'm a crazy Cardi fan. Some will be like, yes, like I feel she's real. I pick basic things from all those people. To me, that's what makes them my role model.
Okay. Now, what motivates you in life?
Life itself.
Life itself motivates you.
Yeah.
Please enlighten me.
Everything about life, the good, the bad, and ugly, they motivate me regardless of what life throws at me. I make sure I pick it up and I do something out of it.
Do you plan on telling your life story in a movie someday? I know most actresses have that feeling. Well, Lord knows I do. I always think about the fact that I could probably have a story written about my life.
I already did that.
Okay. Oh, you did that?
Yeah,
Tell us
I
about
love
that.
to write. I love to. I started acting. One thing I love to do is write. I think it's the only place I'm able to be myself. I'm able to be extremely vulnerable, you know, without trying to explain myself to you. Because sometimes when I try to explain myself, I might not make sense to you. And in my using my pen and paper, I don't need to make sense. You know, I just had to flow. So that's the place I'm usually vulnerable. So with this script, it's so much on my heart. I wrote most of the things. After I wrote them, they happened to me.
Wow. So you
Yes.
wrote it before it happened?
Yes. So at a point, I had to trash the script down because I felt I was predicting my life, and I had to predict good things. Why would I predict such horrible things? You know, they're in my imagination. I sleep at night and like someone woke me up, and I just take up and I start writing, and 2-3 years later, they begin to play in my life. It was as if I was writing about my own life, so I had to stop. But later I realized that it is what it is.
Great, but
Regardless.
you did mention that you want to get into directing soon.
Yeah.
Would you look at the bigger picture of having a production house?
Of course.
Great.
Of course. That's the only way I can employ myself and employ other people and put money in people's pocket. Because if I'm waiting for someone, you don't have to wait for someone. One person I look up to is Saray. Of Insecure. She didn't need to wait for anybody. See, you are your own boss. Go for it. Yeah. Yes, people will criticize you. People will come for you. People will try to trash talk you. Try to tell you you're not capable. You can't do it. You're not beautiful. You're ugly. You're not talented. There are people who are least talented than you are and are doing amazing things all over the world. So what's your excuse?
All right. Now, would you separate stage performance from set work?
Yeah.
Why?
There's a huge difference.
Okay.
Stage is a floating moment, you know.
Okay.
It's where you are living. You are living. You don't have to repeat the life in takes.
Okay.
For screen, like we're talking, I can make a mistake and I was take 2 or long shot, close up, medium, you know, and maybe this angle, I want this angle, I want the sun, you know, it's a whole lot. But stage is a moment.
So would you say that makes it difficult? Stage is more difficult. I'm asking this because there's a general, you know, argument. A lot of people start telling their stories as actors and they say, oh, I used to do a lot of stage in school. You know, that's why I picked up my talent and all of that. But the moment you come on set, like you said, it's different.
Yeah.
So would you say it's more difficult being on stage? Or it would be great to pick your training from stage experience before you come on set?
Yeah. Stage is the best place to learn from.
Okay.
Most great actors are from the stage. Look at J.T. Anand.
Yes. That's my favorite actor anyway.
Look at Rosalind. See, we have beautiful, amazing actresses in this industry and actors. Big respect and love to them. I love my senior colleagues. I respect them so much. But when you look at them individually, there's something peculiar about each and every one of them. I always, like, Ajite is God.
And would you say that stage allows you to be more daring?
Yeah.
Because
it allows you to dare yourself as a
Exactly.
person. Yes.
And then you have to face all the eyes, you know, not just the camera.
It helps enlighten you. I think you're more intelligent as a stage actor than a screen actor.
Great.
Because you're supposed to go there, deliver your lines well with emotions, with your pitch, with your voice flowing, everything. It must be on point.
Yes, it's not like there's a mic you're speaking into.
Exactly.
You have to be very aware of when somebody moves, when somebody does it to cue yourself, when you're supposed to do yours. Everything, you have to be very alert.
Then it makes you more even smarter.
Yes. Well, so if you're watching, we just let some real information out, the cut us out of the back, things you don't usually hear in interviews. Dear viewer, if you do want to get into acting, stage is an amazing way to practice. And Uncle Ebo White is an amazing person to start with. Start with his production. Do some stage work. Train your voice. Do better with your voice, the tonation. So that if somebody is even watching, because acting goes way beyond just looking beautiful and having the script on your face and saying the words.
Of course.
Because sometimes, as an actress, you know that if you put up the screen, you should be able to listen to what's happening and even feel the emotion and tell what's happening, even if you're not watching.
Of course.
First of all, did you get that training from elsewhere, or you realize that when you come on set, then you have to pick the experience?
Okay, so growing up, I think I did more of stage without knowing.
Great.
From church, from school, where I was my drama director then, Mr. Kwesi Yankee, would tell me that you don't turn your back to the crowd and all that. I didn't know these were all things he was teaching me that will mold me into the actor I am today. So yes, like stage is very vital. It's very, very important. You know, most people now are just interested in the fame and the glamour. They're just interested in, I want to be on TV, all my social media following to shoot and all that. So they're not ready to go through the process. But the process is very important because that's what sustains you, that's what keeps you, because the top is a lonely place, a shaky place. You need a strong foundation to be there. So stage is very important.
Well, I couldn't have said it better. Do you have anything you want to leave us with tonight? An advice for people who want to be actors like yourself? How people can groom and brand themselves if they've already started the journey? And so on and so forth. Anything you have to tell us?
Okay, it actually took me 9 years to be here.
Wow.
That is taking my childhood, my SHS life away from me. It took me 9 years to work professionally in front of the camera, and I am now here. I think I'm around stage 1 after all this process.
Wow.
So don't rush it. Whatever you have to enjoy in life, you will. Just wait for your turn. Don't try to, cross the line. There are people who just came in a flash and they're gone. Take your time, be patient, work on yourself. Each and every day, learn something new about your craft. Learn something new. Is it how to read? Is it how to pronounce some words? Is it how to deliver certain lines? Work on your emotions. How to go about your craft. You just have to always keep polishing it. Allow it to shine. Keep polishing it. And be patient. Be patient. Be patient. I know it's difficult, but be patient. Patience is key. Work on yourself. Like,
how do you advertise yourself to be seen by Venus Films, to be seen by production houses, casting directors, and all of that? Would you say mainly social media, or you should relate to people in the industry, in the reality?
I think relationships are very important. You don't go about disrespecting people, thinking, I don't care who you are. This is a fraternity, and there are levels. There are people who were there before you came. Of course, it's a fraternity. You want like the lodge. You must respect them accordingly. Yeah, not everybody will like you. Some people will pick on you, no matter how respectful you are. But just keep being yourself, keep being your authentic self. I think one thing that helped me get most of the jobs, of course, my father did a lot of recommendations for me. Like, I can't thank him enough, but he's always on me. You must learn, and I do a lot of monologues. Most of the jobs I got was out of monologues, and when he recommends me, they want to see something. So when he gives a monologue, of course, oh yeah, okay, now we get it. So you just had to keep doing yourself, take good pictures, stop exposing yourself too much. Because they say sex sells. Yes, it does, but how long would he sell you?
Exactly. Well, she couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much, Bless. That was an amazing session with you. And we've spilled all the juice here on The Real Show, where we keep it real. And if you missed tonight's show, tomorrow, same time, there will be a repeat. Catch an update of tonight's show on our YouTube, Metro TV Ghana, or our Facebook Live, The Real Show. My name is Mahalia Bamford, and Bless is leaving us with the fact that as an actress, build a portfolio for yourself. Practice and record your monologues, because people need to see what you can do before they can give you the job. Advertise yourself, put yourself out there. Relationships are important, but you don't necessarily have to sell sex, because how long can you keep selling that? And believe that you can do it no matter the role you pick in the movie industry. It's been an amazing evening. Enjoy your weekend. A big thanks to my production team. Same time next week is The Real Show.